All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash, the ones, the apostles, and those a great millstone. Peace and blessings to all for elect. Shalom, it's Malachi. I just want to do a quick hit. Tried to go in this video a few times already. Saying just keeps causing me trouble, but I'm gonna get to the point, get as quick as possible without going all over the place. But yeah, so you got Edomites basically. Look at the title. They worship Satan, and they don't even realize that Satan is an angel from the Most High on the left-hand side. He's the head left-hand angel of Most High. They don't realize that. They think Job. They don't really consider the book of Job. They don't even think to ask themselves, if Satan really was against the Lord, then why didn't he go above Job's permission? That just cuts that whole bit to pieces. But it's not the main point. I just want to Salakia, that is the point. Because people don't realize that the Most High Yahawah, he's the one that's responsible for all the bad stuff that happens on this planet. Everything that happens on this planet, he's responsible for. But let me get that. It was in Isaiah 45, Isaiah 45 and 6. I'm going to start at verse 6. That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Yahawah and there is none else. You got Edomites thinking that Satan himself has this whole hierarchy, like he has this hell, this mythical fairy land. People get tortured forever. That's fucked up. If the Most High is supposed to be forever merciful, and why would he do that to people? That makes no fucking sense. But yeah, I am the Yahawah and there is none beside me. So like, I am the Yahawah and there is none else. Lord being Yahawah, and there's none else. That there is no God beside me. I girded thee, thou hast not known me. That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Yahawah and there's none else. Yeah, he's the penultimate being. He controls everything. He's responsible for it all. It says so right here. He has no equal. I am the Yahawah. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Yahawah, do all these things. So yeah, he's the one. This is a code cut and dry to everything that Christians teach. Like they blame Satan for everything, when you should be considering whatever judgment you got from the Most High, whatever happens to you from the Most High, that whatever happens to you in this life, in this flesh, is the Yahawah judging you for something that you did either in your past life or you did relatively recently. But let me keep on with the point. Actually, I wanted to get because even though the heathens, they do wicked shit, the Most High judges them too. You see Moabites catching hell, for wickedness they did in the past life, or as a whole nation, their wickedness catches up to them slowly. Yahawah builds a case against them. When the older brothers in the truth went into a recent live, I think that says Los Angeles brothers, they went into this. They went into how the heathens, they get their judgment built up over a period of time instead of just cut and dry. But yeah, because there's a distinction between the heathens and Israel. Yeah, not to even just make clear that for Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Like it was, I believe, read in the book in Genesis. But yeah, let me keep on going down to the point, because there's a distinction between two people already. So it's not just one gigantic ass human race. No, Adam was distinct from the other nations that came from the dumb waters. And but I want to get a 54. Yeah, because and all through these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, all the creature mean created thing, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So yeah, we all come from the line of Adam because of the flood that washed everything away. Because Noah is the descendant of Adam, who was YAHAWASHI, his first incarnation. But YAHAWASHI is who the world England calls Jesus Christ. But yeah, like I was going into, all this have spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast made said they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened them unto the likened the abundance of them unto a drop to fall from a vessel. So yeah, call them spit, and the vessel being the flesh, like shit. So a drop to fall from a vessel, like shit, dung. Excuse my French. But yeah, it goes on into how like we were supposed to have rulership over the world, over this planet, be the top head people, and Yahawashi himself went into that, went into how his father's house, this being this physical realm, even the spirit has many mansions, and he also said that I go to prepare a place for you. If it had not been so, I would not have told you so. I believe that's how it goes. But yeah, we don't know exactly what. We're just getting glimpses into it. We have not seen the clear picture, but we're getting an idea of what to think, to meditate, what to be hopeful for, what to look forward to in the kingdom of heaven, to make this bitter pill that is this judgment. Being under the captivity, suffering the things of this flesh right now in Esau's society, Esau's kingdom, go down easier. But I wanted to also get into how you got these Satanists. They think that they know everything. They think that they understand the word of the Most High, and they go off with their doctrine. They don't even understand the scriptures. They don't study the scriptures. This book, the Holy Scriptures, it's not for them. It's for Israelites. Specifically, right now, the elect, the 144,000, and they want to turn to all these political systems. They want to turn to the flesh. They want to make foundations in man's land. They want to trust in the flesh, and have their things that can be corrupted by Edomites. Have things Edomites can infiltrate. But yeah, this can be considered the words of the Lord right here. And he said unto them, this is Yahawashi talking, and he said unto them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but Yahweh God knoweth your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of the God. So that's cold, cut, and dry. Yahawashi speaking nothing but truth. Because you got these protest movements that have done nothing. People just marching for 60 plus years. Nothing had changed. People are still getting cracked upside the skulls and the heads. Nothing exciting has happened at all. Nothing has changed. But it's an abomination. That's something vile, wicked in the sight that does not go with the scriptures. That goes off. Everything's going off. We got Judah, Israel, top head tribe, being the head face of this Black Lives Matter movement. When you're not even black, you're just dark skinned, like the ground, like it's written in the scriptures. You're just dark to the ground, and you just have dark skin, not black. Esau's not white. Esau's red. He's a red man. He's a red devil. But yeah, and it just came out that it's pretty easily predictable. You got Esau tricking. You got Jake, this head lesbians of the Black Lives Matter movement. You got them being exposed for donating all the money that they raised to the Democrats, to the evil people, basically. So there's that for you. Alright, I'm gonna get oh yeah, I wanted to also get into how, because Israel is because all the time, whenever we get delivered, it's always through a small group of people leading the mass of Israel, being at the head of things. Because you always have before we were a smaller number. Before Egypt, we were a smaller number, just a small family. And afterwards, we were left out. We were a bigger nation. We were numerous than the Egyptians themselves by a good amount. Even though they were on the homegrown slave mindset, so we had to stay for a while in the desert. So most of the wicked ones can die off because they kept practicing wickedness, and Yahweh was getting sick of it. even though his patience has been shown to last for a long time, he wanted to make an example out of us. But yeah, it was not meant to be so, because he had a promise to keep. And our forefathers, they fought for our people all the time. They fought for us. We always had a high priest deliver us, mediate between the rest of Yahshua and Yahawah. YAHAWASHI, who was Melchizedek, who was Adam, who was Isaac, who is Solomon. He's always been the one, the most important one among us, to make the biggest moves. Even though we had other men like King David that done good works for the Lord as well. But here's for example, the Assyrian captivity. Not the Assyrians, those particular Assyrians that is written back in Deuteronomy, that were actually related to, by the blood of their fathers, to believe Abraham. It was that the elders went into not that long ago in a video they made. I think it was Elder Gabar, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I want to get you to 9/11, because this is just that point. For that power extended not multitude, because 2/3 of people to get cut off and die, nor they might and strong men, because we don't have swords, nor we have an army in the flesh right now that's going to help us deliver the kingdom with our own hands in the flesh. But when Yahweh shot, we have to wait on Yahweh to get that power, that spiritual power, and for America to get blown up by them thermonuclear missiles, and then take these high heathens as our servants. We want to take the kingdom. For thou, the mighty and strong men, for thou art a God of the afflicted, because our people are fucking revolted and gone. They played all the time, forever, since this kingdom was established, since the Renaissance popped off, since we caught judgment with that Black Death in the medieval period. At the end of the medieval period, we didn't catch hell, basically, especially under these heathens. It's been scattered for a while, man. And we're coming together, back together now. An upholder of the oppressed. We are oppressed. We got put our money in bags full of holes. An upholder of the weak, protector of the forlorn. I say with him that without hope. Yet Israel, right now, in a lowest state, a low mindset. He just gone. Like 2/3 of people are fucking gone. They don't even consider YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. They haven't been brought up in those ways. But yeah. I'm gonna get one more scripture and we'll close it out there. Yeah, because when we come to serve the Yahweh, the elect's still going to face trials. But if you trust in YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI, he's going to deliver you. Like he delivered those brothers in the Los Angeles camp. Look up that video, GMS Rock Solid Foundation, whatever the channel name is. The other brothers give a testimony of what they caught on camera, because an angel of the Yahweh delivered them from being attacked by wild beasts. Let me get that spirits of vengeance. Spirits of vengeance. Come on.